Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. And for this reading, we're going to be looking at the energy this weekend. So I have three cards here. Hobbies is number one, moving is number two, and end of an era is number three. So take a few to pick your card, and then we'll get started here. So this is for those of you who chose hobbies or pile one. We're looking at the energies this weekend, what's coming in for you, and I used my Doreen Virtue change cards. Um, so hobbies is the card that you guys chose. So let's see what the energy is for you for this weekend. We have Eight of Pentacles. We have Knight of Swords. We have Page of Swords. Oh, that was like five cards, so I'm just gonna go ahead and reshuffle that one. We have Three of Swords. We have Two of Cups. Whoop. We have the Chariot. We have the Tower. We have the Knight of Cups. Whoop. And then we have the High Priestess. And we have the Lovers. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. All right. So for pile one, for you guys, what's coming in this weekend? So I think there's some sort of victory that you're wanting here, but I feel like something isn't going to go the way that you like had planned it to. Um, or I'm sorry, I said the High Priestess. This is the High Priest, which is like the Hierophant. Sorry about that. Something isn't going the way that you wanted to. Like plans are changing is basically what I'm seeing. Like there's a unexpected change in plans this weekend. It could have to do with your with like a partnership, a lover, or a connection with somebody. Just because I have the Two of Cups and the Lovers card here. Um, there could also be some options here as far as love goes, just because I have the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Cups, and those are all um, can be people. They can also be parts of like what's going on too. But we'll take a look into this more in bigger detail to see. So there's something that you've been working on, something that you've been trying to manifest. I feel like this something has to deal with your possibly like communication, like you could be a speaker or you could be a writer or an author. There's something that you're using your thoughts and you're using your communication that you've been working on with. You've also been like learning something. I feel like there's something that you're learning, um, and you've been trying to kind of like do your research on this. Now, with this, I see like a little bit of disappointment this weekend. There's some harsh truth is coming in. It's kind of gonna like shake things up. It's gonna sting a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's not only gonna sting, but it's gonna throw things off course. So I feel like being flexible this weekend or being adaptable this weekend is really gonna help you. try to be as resilient as you possibly can this weekend, because there is something coming in where it's like I definitely see like a harsher communication, a harsher truth, something that you've been working on, something that you've been learning, and it's going to kind of like throw a monkey wrench into things this weekend. I also see that like this has to deal with your connection with somebody and your value system. It has to deal with your personal philosophy of what success is, how you obtain success, what victory looks like to you. And also, this has to deal with another person. So I feel like maybe there could be like conflict with another person this weekend. Um, I'm also seeing that yeah, there's some like harsher words coming in. So there is harsher words, but there's also, it's not all bad. There is also like some more loving words or loving communication, more heart-centered communication coming in. But I feel like maybe the disconnect could be like one person is really like logical and strategic and like kind of logical sequential thinker, and the other person is very like heart centered and like makes decisions based off their intuition, makes decisions based off of their emotions. And so this could be kind of like where the disconnect is coming in this weekend. I also see, there is going to be something that's like surprising. This is going to be like, oh, like it's going to be like an epiphany moment, but then it's going to be directly followed by an oh shit moment. So that's kind of like, what I'm seeing here. This has to deal with your emotions, with something, somebody's expressing some emotions, and this has to deal with some sort of opportunity, um, some sort of life. This is a huge life lesson for somebody. This is like a life lesson that you're learning. It also has to deal with, making decisions, following your heart with making decisions. And there is like a huge struggle here with this lesson. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a huge struggle with this lesson. I feel like with the hobbies card, like being creative about this, not only being creative like in the way that we think of creativity, like writing or painting or drawing or whatever, but like using your creativity to kind of like work through some of this emotional stuff that's going to come out, some of this pain, some of this shame, some of this anger, um, even some of this like, more romantic, loving, um, feelings this weekend. That could be kind of, they're showing me that you are stable here. I don't think that you're feeling stable. Someone's being a little bit stubborn here this weekend. I don't know if it's you or the person you're dealing with. Yeah, there's some sort of ethical decision that you have to make. I have justice underneath that. Some sort of ethical decision. Let's clarify and see if we get a bigger picture for this. So, yeah, there's something, unfortunately, there's like some sort of harsh truth or something that's going to just kind of be like sudden change in plans, sudden, like, thinking about things in a different way or seeing things from a different perspective, which isn't all bad. It just could be kind of like surprising, kind of jarring, kind of shocking. And I think the main thing here is to really focus on like your value system. Like, what is it that I think there's like a difference in values. And not only is there a difference in values, but there's a different, like I said, there's a different way of, um, I don't know if it's like temperament or something, but there's like a different way of like processing information. And so that's kind of what's creating this disconnect here. So let's see. Show me, what is this Eight of Pentacles? We have the Three of Cups. Yeah, working together, wanting to work together with somebody, wanting to kind of like have emotional fulfillment and happiness with somebody also has to deal with your solar plexus chakra, and kind of like being confident in yourself within this connection. We have the moon. Yeah, another intuitive decision. There's some sort of decision here. I have many, many cards that tell me that. What is this Knight of Swords? Oh, I'll just take the one that came out. We have Father of Pentacles, which is like the King of Pentacles. So there's something about stability or work. There's going to be like a communication or a conversation or something comes to light, but it's kind of like in a harsh, um, direct sort of manner that this comes to light. We have the Six of Pentacles, so it's kind of like trying to be reciprocal about things, trying to balance yourself out within this interaction or this connection. What is this Page of Swords, please? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, so yeah, there's something you're learning about your work. And also not only that, whatever you're working on or manifesting, you're learning about like how it relates to everything else, how it's like a bigger picture, like spiritual connection type deal. We have the World. Yeah, you're learning like a huge lesson. This is a huge, huge lesson, whoever is dealing with this weekend. What is this Three of Swords energy, please? We have the Ace of Wands. So there is going to be like I said, an aha moment, but it's going to come after this sort of like painful, harsh reality type moment where it's like, huh, I didn't know that was the case, you know? Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles, so kind of feeling black with this, and I think that's due to that Three of Swords energy, but you are getting that clarity with that Ace of Wands there, and there is an opportunity to begin again or to start over. What is this Two of Cups? We have the Hierophant again, and then we have the Star. So, yeah, like I said, this is a life lesson. This is something about healing. This is about learning about healing your connections. And so, being like open to, receiving this gift of this lesson, being open to this opportunity to receive this lesson, even though it may feel really crappy at the time. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, what do you need to walk away from? There's something here that someone needs to walk away from emotionally. We have the Four of Swords for the Chariot. So yeah, you're trying to, I really feel like somebody's like going within in their head trying to figure out, like trying to logically understand like what their values are and how they can move forward with those values and possibly how they can move forward in connection. Yeah, lack again, because a lot of times these like arguments or, conversations that we have with people, they do bring out the lack. Like we feel bad and that reverts back to our, trauma patterns. It's a trauma response essentially. So we have the Sun for the Tower. So yeah, there's going to be clarity. There's going to be abundance, but there is something that's going to be shaken up. Like I feel like, do you see all this like red and yellow and orange? That's like, there is going to be a lot of clarity here, but it's just going to kind of like be jarring at first. We have the Magician, so kind of like having all the tools, remembering to use all your tools, remembering that you have the power here, remembering, where your power is. What is this Knight of Cups energy? We have the Chariot again. Yeah, you want to move forward. Somebody wants to move forward with someone like in connection, but they're stuck because of this. Well, maybe not stuck is the right word, but they're feeling like, confused about their value system and wondering if they can, have everything they want with this person. Also, maybe like hold on to some of their personal freedom. I feel like that's important to either you or somebody. We have the Son of Wands. So maybe just being aware of not being too impulsive, not saying things, out of passion or like in the heat of anger or passion or whatever. What is this High Priest and the Lovers, please? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, because the ultimate goal here is just to kind of have this like abundance. You want, everything with it. You want to be like aligned with your person. You want to be aligned with your person, but you also want to be aligned like just in general with your own values. And so that's why you're trying to kind of like figure out what these values are. And I get a sense of like naivety, like you're kind of like, this is new for me. I've never been here before because you've kind of, I think, maybe grown a little bit. And so you're seeing the situation in a different light, which is awesome. We have the Son of Wands again, just reminding like you are stable, but just make sure you pay attention to your communication and not be super impulsive, not say rash things that are, hateful or harmful in the moment. This is like definitely a transformational process. So let's take a chakra card and we'll see if there's anything else that comes out at this time. dissipating. Solar plexus chakra again. Um, yeah, so you're trying to kind of like figure out where you belong in relation to this specific connection or a connection with another person. Perseverance. Yeah, you're trying to figure out like, how you can, like I said before with the hobbies, get creative about how you can like transform things so that they work out better for you than they have in the past. And this is beautiful energy, by the way. Like, I know it probably is like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to go through this, but I think like the way, just with all the cards that came out, I think the way that you're handling it, I have a pretty good feeling that you'll probably, get to this Ten of Pentacles, this Sun energy here. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that resonates. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you guys for stopping by. Hey everyone, this is for those of you who chose the second pile or moving. So we're taking a look at the energies this weekend. So I hope you guys are enjoying your week. I hope you're having a good weekend. So let's see what this energy brings. These are my Doreen Virtue Change cards. So just kind of focusing on like what might be happening, what kind of changes might be coming up for us and how to kind of like transform through those. So for everyone who chose this pile, what is the energy for this week? We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Four of Swords, or Five of Swords, excuse me. And we have the Two of Wands. We have the Empress. We have the High Priestess. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Moon. And we have the Lovers. And on the back of the deck we have the Tower. Whew. Okay, so what is coming in for you this weekend? There's definitely a decision. I have a lot of decision cards here. There's some sort of decision this weekend. It's a follow your heart type of decision. It's a follow your intuition type of decision. It's a allow yourself to expand and grow type of decision. Um, So yeah, let's see what else we have. Things are moving. I don't know if you're like literally moving. This could be literal or it could just be figurative, like the energy is moving. Like there's a lot of moving energy this weekend. But maybe we'll figure that out when I get to that part in the reading. um, so so the first thing I'm seeing really is that you are in a struggle in your thoughts concerning your family life, your relationships, your connections with others, your happiness and harmony in life. You're feeling like you are aligned with your values, aligned in your chakras. Um, there's some sort of like mental struggle with this. Like, I feel like it's been a battle for you. I feel like you're wondering if you should continue to battle and fight the fight, or when do you put down your swords, kind of thing. And I feel like there's been a lot of like passion surrounding this, a lot of like intense energy surrounding this. You do have a decision here to kind of like, it's kind of like a decision where you go with something that's a little bit mysterious, but you haven't ever done that before, or kind of stay in your same the same energy that you've kind of have been in it. So I feel like you're doing a lot of contemplation this weekend, where you're kind of like really want to be motivated, but you're trying to balance that energy between like being too impulsive and like not making a move on something. We have moving here, so I feel like the energy does need to kind of, they're saying, be flowing, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be impulsive, right? So, I also see that like there's things that you don't know here, and I think that gives you a little bit of fear. You have a little bit of fear about the things that you don't know, but they're saying that like they want you to get out of your comfort zone because you're really in a time of expansion right now. If you are to get out of your comfort zone at this time, they're saying that like you have everything it takes to be like totally abundant, totally like grounded and firm and stable in your position. So that's very beautiful. This is also, I see, because I have the Empress and the High Priestess, which is like the both of those together is like super divine feminine energy. So this is something about you like growing into maybe like your psychic gifts, your witchiness, like whatever it is, like something's happening here, something's shifting for you, depending on what you choose with this decision for your ability to grow and expand within yourself as like a divine high priestess empress type energy. That is so beautiful. That's genderless. I know there I call it she, but that's just because it's easier. But like this can go for anybody, really. Um, I feel like there's a decision with your family life, with your connections with others, with your ability to feel secure and aligned with your partnerships. And you're very like hesitant, I think, about this. There's a decision that needs to be made, but it's like you're looking at it like, but what if like this happens? And so like fears kind of like holding you back. You really need to follow your intuition, listen to your dreams, listen to, what comes to you from your subconscious. That'll help you with this decision. And I feel like, ultimately you want to make a good decision because this has to deal with your heart. This could have to deal with a connection. And you really want to make sure that you're making like a logical decision, not just like you do want to go with your heart, but I feel like you also want to make a logical decision that makes sense to you logically, like it's important for you to do that. I also see, but you're like in your head about this. And this is part of that transformation. You're like, I feel like things have been really hard. You're like really struggling with your thoughts about it right now. You're really struggling, like maybe even with your communication about it. And so, really needing to go within, once again, listen to your intuition and listen to your heart. Huge, huge message about listening to your intuition and your heart with this. I feel like things could go a little bit unexpected with this tower here, but I have the magician underneath that. So, they're saying you have everything it takes. Yeah, you're going to have to overcome something. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So, you're gonna have to definitely like overcome something for this. Like, it's not just gonna be like you make this decision and it's just everything's gonna be like rainbows and butterflies and sunshine. It's going to be like that, but you have to kind of like overcome something. So I think it's kind of like learning to move with the energy, learning to kind of like allow the energy to flow and not like fighting this energy so hard. But let's take some cards and we will clarify. What is this Knight of Wands energy, please? Knight of Wands. What is this Knight of Wands energy, please? We have the Three of Cups. Yeah, because you want to be like impulsive because there's some sort of like emotional fulfillment that you can get from this, but You also like, you're just wanting kind of like happiness and harmony, but I think you're kind of like in your head about like being too impulsive. We have the Six of Cups here, so this is kind of like a growth process. You do want this happiness and harmony. You do want like this abundance. You do, maybe it's even like a little bit nostalgia of like, how do I get what I want? What's this Ten of Cups energy? We have the Nine of Cups energy. Maybe like, yeah, you really, really, really want this. But I think there's fear here with this moon. But there is an opportunity for a new beginning because that's a new moon that I'm seeing there. So there's like a new opportunity. I feel like too, like you want something, but I feel like you can't be heard. There's something that you're trying to say, or there's something that you're trying to express, and you're like, I don't know, I can't be heard. I don't feel heard. We have the Daughter of Cups, which is like the Page of Cups. So kind of like this like childlike innocence, naivety, even could be like an inner child wound that's kind of like where this fear is coming from. What is this Five of Swords energy, please? We have the Hermit. Yeah, you're really trying to go with it. And I feel like this process has been like excruciatingly slow and painful for you. And I think that's why you're in your head because you're like trying to figure out like how you can express yourself here, how you can get out what you need to say, but it's just been like so hard to figure out how to do it. You feel like it's taking a long time, taking longer than like people are giving you the amount of time for, the longer than their patience is basically. Yeah, you want to work together with somebody, but I feel like you have this like obstacle here, like this mountain here, where you're kind of like, I want to work together with you, but why is it so hard? Like, why do every time I take a step, then I feel like I can't breathe? It's kind of like that. Two of Wands, we have the Tower again. So I feel like what they're saying is like, if you don't make this decision this weekend, I'm going to make this decision for you. Because we have the tower twice. And I do feel like there could be something that needs to be shaken up. Maybe there's a perceptual shift that needs to happen. We have the high priestess again. So again, and the new moon again. So it's like there's this new beginning here, needing to rely on your intuition to get where you want to go with this new beginning. What is this Empress energy, please? The Mother of Cups, which is like the Queen of Cups. Yeah, needing to really focus on your self care, focus on your gifts, focus on like everything that you are able to give, not only to other people, but to yourself too. Um, are you drinking from your own cup? Are you giving yourself that sustenance, first? Like, excuse me, are you giving yourself, what you need first? We have the Three of Swords. Um, Sorry, excuse me. I just had a tickle in my throat. We have the Three of Swords. So there could be something that's like maybe the past is holding you back because you've had like heartbreak and harsh truths in the past. And so you're wondering if you deserve this. And they're saying that you do. What is the High Priestess here for, please? The Nine of Wands again with that new moon. So there's like an opportunity for a beginning, but I feel like this fear is holding you back. I feel like this is like wounded warrior energy. So you really need to rely on your intuition. You really need to rely on your intuition because I'm seeing a trauma response here, and this trauma response has to deal with like something about the past where maybe you didn't give to yourself and you gave too much to other people and they just took, and they didn't give you anything back. And so you're wondering like if you even have like the self-confidence or the courage or whatever to do this. The answer is yes, by the way. We have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, needing to like express some emotions possibly, you or the other person. It looks like you though from the cards that I have. Four of Swords, but take it as it resonates. We have the Three of Wands. Yeah, there's an opportunity here. Um, you're trying to strategize, but what you really need to do is kind of like, you know, going within to kind of like contemplate on it isn't a bad thing, but they're saying that you just need to kind of like plan and prepare. That's what you need to do. You need to like plan and prepare and really figure out like, this is where I'm trying to go. Okay, how do I get there? And kind of like bring it back to the beginning. Like big picture, I want this, but now I need to pull it back. What's the first step that I take? That's kind of what they're saying. Yeah, there's an opportunity for this abundance, for this to be in alignment with this Ten of Pentacles. What is the moon here for, please? The Hierophant. Yeah, again, another opportunity. Again, another new moon. So it's kind of like you do have an opportunity for something. This is a life lesson. You're learning something very hard. This is a hard lesson. This is a very big lesson. But you do have an opportunity here, and there is an opportunity also for growth and for expansion of your awareness or your consciousness. We have the Four of Cups with another freaking new moon, you guys. There's an opportunity for a new beginning, but you're holding yourself back with fear. You feel like you're not emotionally stable, but you are emotionally stable. This is about trusting yourself. What is the Lovers here for, please? The Empress again. Yeah, you gotta make a decision like grounded in who you are, in your truth. Again, with the moon, I'm telling you, there's an opportunity for a new beginning here. But you have to make the decision to go that route. You have to make that decision, and universe is saying, I'm going to make this for you if you don't. But you have everything it takes to get there. They're saying, yeah, it could still be a struggle. There can still be obstacles. Then again, we have the Four of Cups on the bottom again. Wow. Okay. So let's take a chakra card. We have creation. That is crown chakra. This is about you trusting the universe to have your back. This is about you trusting your higher self, your intuitive self, your like all knowing self. Yeah, instinct. You have to be loyal to yourself now. You need to be loyal to yourself at this time. Yeah, you need to trust your intuition. So hopefully that was helpful. I know that was a lot. And let the energy move through you. But I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by, and thank you guys so much. All right, hi. This is for those of you who chose the third pile, end of an era. We're going to take a look at the energy this weekend. So we're going to see, kind of what energies are coming in for you this weekend. These are my Doreen Virtue change cards. So see like kind of what the transformative energy is this weekend. So let's get started. All right, what is the energy for everyone who chose pile 3? We have the Sun. Wow, that's awesome to have that as a first card. The Six of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the High Priest. Whoop. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Hanged Man. Oh my goodness. We have the wheel of the year, Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. We have the Four of Swords, and then one fell. Sorry. And then we have the High Priestess, and we have Justice on the bottom. Hold on, I'm all like tangled in my. Okay, there. Sorry. Okay, so what is coming in for you guys? We have end of an era here. Something's coming to light this weekend. I feel like there's been something that you've been kind of learning or possibly struggling with. There's some sort of like karmic lesson here, some sort of ending that you've recently had, but it's not necessarily like a bad thing. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing that it's a bad ending or something like that. There's just been like an ending to a cycle in your life. Like you've kind of completed a lesson, um, and you're getting clarity from this lesson. There's clarity coming to you. You're getting a lot of like freedom and liberation with whatever this lesson was, because I feel like you kind of what you needed was like a shift in perspective. So if you haven't had it yet this weekend, you're getting a shift in perspective. And there's also a decision. This is something you need to um, use your intuition on. You really need to use your intuition. You need to align yourself with your values with this decision. There's some sort of like ethical decision here where you have to use your intuition, rely on your intuition. Things are going to be unknown, and so that's why you need to rely on your intuition. Um, then we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so struggling with your thoughts in the mood. So maybe struggling with some fear surrounding this too. But I feel like there's clarity and there's not, I don't see fear this weekend. I feel like maybe that was the past. But you are getting yourself into this place where you're shifting. Yeah, there's an end of an era. Something is happening where there's a shift for you and you're getting clarity on something. You're getting abundance, joy, happiness, enlightenment. So the clarity that's happening has to deal with a reciprocal type of transaction, probably between you and someone else, or between, it could even be between you and an employer, or you and, it doesn't really matter who it is, but there's some sort of like reciprocal transaction where you are getting your needs met. And this is awesome. This is a huge life lesson for you. There's a huge opportunity here. Huge opportunity. Universe is saying, I have your back 100%, whatever you want to do. But you do have a little bit of, there is a decision here. Um, we also have, so you, I feel like if you chose this pile, you're a person who's kind of been through a lot in life. You have learned from the school of hard knocks. Things have not been easy for you. You've really had to kind of like learn how to use your experiences to create this inner wisdom within you. And so, what's happening is they're asking for you to take this opportunity to kind of like shift your perspective here so that you can complete this cycle, get this abundance, get this clarity, and free yourself from something. There's like an end of it. Something's ending here. There's something ending here. Um, I also see too, like maybe like taking time to like contemplate or rest on this, taking time to figure out like how you can use your intuition to the best of your ability here, and also how you can use your faith in, trusting that you're supported within the universe, that the universe supports you, that you support yourself. They're saying to kind of like get clear on that before you make this intuitive decision. Um, I also see you are you also need to kind of like be aware and be cognizant of this sort of like give take, this reciprocity that is within this decision, whatever this decision is, whatever this ending is. There's something where you really need to like use your discernment here, kind of have clear boundaries on what it is that you want, what it is you'll accept, and what you won't accept. I'm also showing that there's a lot of like emotional fulfillment that's coming to you. But you do once again have to kind of like shift your perspective, use your intuition, and make a decision that's aligned with your value system. That's what they're saying. So let's clarify and see what else is coming out. What is this sun card here for? Hold on. What is this sun card here for, please? We have the Four of Swords. Yeah, needing to get clear. There's some sort of like new opportunity for abundance here, for clarity, for happiness and harmony. So needing to get clear on that. Yeah, we have the Ace of Cups. So some sort of like fulfillment coming to you. What is this Six of Pentacles, please? We have the Five of Swords. So yeah, there's something about reciprocity here where you're going to have clarity, but you're still going to be kind of like in your head about it. It looks like you do have like cognitive stability, like, your thoughts are stable here, but you're just kind of like doubting yourself or second guessing yourself. We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so this is like stressful for you. I feel like maybe because this is new, this is like a new thing that you haven't experienced yet. What is this Nine of Cups? We have like three cards. Hold on. Nine of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's something that you want here. Something it looks like could possibly be in love or something having to deal with like your emotional fulfillment. If that's not in love, it's just within general abundance. Again, Ace of Cups. It's got to be in love, guys. It's got to be in love. If it's not, it's just emotional fulfillment in your personal growth and development. Ten of Cups for the High Priest. But we do, I want to point out too, we have the High Priest and the High Priestess, which is like a divine connection. So this could definitely be in love. And I just got the Ten of Cups and then the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, so it's love. So this is about your happiness and harmony fulfillment. You're learning a lesson. There's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity to connect with someone else, to kind of like see eye to eye, to be aligned, kind of have the same values, have this emotional fulfillment, but you're kind of in your head about this. Like, I don't know, what's this give and take? You're in your head about this give and take. Let's see. What is this Queen of Swords? Please. The Hierophant again. Yeah, there's an opportunity. This is a learning opportunity. This is a lesson. This is like something's going to be enlightening to you. Something's coming to you that's enlightening. You're using your previous experiences to be enlightened here. You're using your previous experiences to kind of like crack the code on this lesson, whatever this life lesson is. Yeah, you want this happiness and harmony. What is the Hanged Man here? Needing to trust yourself. What is the Hanged Man here for? Son of Wands. Yeah, you need to take a different perspective, a different approach with something. I feel like there's something about your like motivation and your passion here. Needing to kind of like do your research, kind of like be sharp in your mind. But I feel like there's a lot of energy flowing through you with this. Needing to really rely on this intuition, rely on this inner wisdom of your previous experiences. And this is kind of like a transformational process for you. What is this Wheel of the Year, please? We have the Five of Cups, and we have the the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, there's a life lesson. There's going to be a little bit of disappointment. You're going to maybe feel like, you know, this is a okay. So the lesson is like about this disappointment because you're needing to kind of like find this freedom of who you are and be like stable and feel secure in who you are, and that kind of like needing to step away from like that codependency type energy. Like, you don't need another person to give you this freedom. You don't need another person to be secure and stable and protected. Like, this is a lesson in you showing yourself, proving to yourself that you can do things on your own without like someone else having to do it. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups or the Seven of Cups. So I feel like there's something about like your fear, there might be some fear surrounding like this decision because just because this is new, you've never done this before. This is a new decision that you've never come across this before. But once again, you're ending something. You're ending this huge cycle of doing something that hasn't been serving you. You're walking away from something that doesn't serve you, even though, and you know what? Sometimes we can walk away from stuff that doesn't serve us and we can still feel this Five of Cups. We can still be super disappointed, super depressed. We can still cry about it. That's like totally normal. Like, not everything is just easy all the time, you know? What is this Four of Swords? We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, maybe I feel like there could be a lot of like energy within you, but also surrounding you. Maybe needing to really, really, like I said, have that self sufficiency, not focus on what other people are telling you. Maybe there's people around you who are telling you things who are just like creating drama, or they're just saying things that are like, what? Why? Temperance. Yeah, you want to like blend your energies, but you also want to like kind of temper those emotions, temper those like, and not only tempering your emotions, but tempering the trauma response. Like going within, like, is this a trauma response? Like, why am I reacting like this? Even with the Five of Cups here, like allowing that to be, but not like dwelling on it, right? We can like feel those emotions and have that grief pass through us, but we don't need to sit there forever. What is this High Priestess, please? Daughter of Swords. Again, getting clear, using your intuition to get clear, doing your research, finding things out, learning as much as you can about the situation to give yourself to give yourself the best possible outcome. And then we have Justice again. There's something about duality here too, where like you need to make an ethical decision, but the Ace of Cups again. You need to make an ethical decision, but there's like something about it where like there's this dualistic piece of it where you're like, it has to be this or this. And no, it doesn't. See how the sword is in between those two kitties? The sword isn't like pointing to the white one or the black one. No, it's not a dualistic decision at all. It's about tempering yourself. Like we just had that temperance card. It's about like centering yourself so that you can be between the opposites. That's really hard. That's hard to hold space in that tension of opposites. Carl Jung called that the tension of opposites, and that is like an incredibly uncomfortable place to hold space. But if you want to grow in your journey at all, you need to learn how to hold space within this, with the tension of the opposites. You need to learn how to hold that space. This is very beautiful. So let's take a chakra card, and then I will let you guys go. Bittersweet. Throat chakra and workaholic. Something you need, your throat chakra could be blocked by right now. You could feel like you're not able to say or speak your mind, or there's something that you need to get out. Journaling could be helpful for you. They're also saying like you've been using work as a coping strategy instead of just dealing with this head on. So it's time to just make this decision is kind of what they're saying. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully it resonated. If not, you can pick another pile or check out any of my other videos. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for stopping by.